America. We come from the Philippines. We come from the Philippines. No one was ever teach us about money, but now I made a big mission to go out there and go help more people, right? And so there's three things there's three pillars I want to share with you today. It's actually what we believe in our agency. Number two, how we help families in the financial services industry. And then number three, how does our platform work and how do we align with other businesses? Either it's real estate, mortgages, CPA. I think everybody needs a strong financial professional within their network, because when you guys all agree with me that your network is equal to what? Your net worth, right?
Right.
Awesome. There's three things I want to ask from you guys, right? You guys want to fill out probably a survey towards the end. Is who do you know who needs to hear this message? Number one. Number two is that can this information help the family that you guys have an existing client base already, right? And you can share that information with them. And number three, are you actually intrigued about our financial services business where we can create some type of partnership? And so I just believe in that, creating a partnership where we're helping more people. We have a big mission and we can change many people's lives. I'm talking about a big impact here in the city of Houston, right? So these are the companies we work with. Use my laser today. So these are the big companies we work with, right? This is our mother company right here. Now on the show the screen, any of you guys heard of any of these companies here? Yeah.
Nationwide, maybe in Transamerica.
Nationwide, Transamerica. You see any of these?
Yes.
Chris? Probably work with some of these companies, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I would like to say we are like the Amazon of the financial services industry. And so we do not own these products. We have personal relationship with them. And now we're not a one size shop or like one size fit all type of shoe deal. But I would say we have options and we educate. Now in our firm, we do not have to push or sell anything. We actually educate using our platform of over 300 companies that we work with. Now, by looking at all these companies, you think we're a credible company, right? And then you want to, I don't know, it makes sense to even get involved with a company like us, because all these different powerhouse A+ rated companies out here. So this is the biggest concept that we want to help people with. And here's the alignment that I talk about is, first thing I want to talk about, 4 in 10 Americans right now, they have estates, but they don't have any type of education when it comes to will or trust. Now, we're a bunch of realtors, we help families here, but how often are we talking about, hey, you ever thought about getting a will or trust for yourself? You know what, I know somebody, we can help more people. Now, the biggest dramatic need one right now is actually 40%, 41% of Americans right now during the COVID-19, especially now times right now, during inflation, they don't have $1,000 to cover an emergency funds. It's kind of sad. You see at times today when you're either in downtown or you're at your local grocery store or you're about to get on the freeway, a lot of families are out there on the corner and just, they got they got impacted from COVID. They lost their house. You kind of see that. A lot of houses sometimes are actually getting foreclosed. It's not their fault. No one wants to ever teach them. Right now, one in four, I would say consumers or future clients that need to be educated are looking for advisors right now. Now today, right now, 47% of women own life insurance, 53% of men do. I think number one reason when you buy a $300,000, $400,000, $700,000 house, you need asset protection. When I talk about asset protection, I'm talking about, possibly a life insurance plan to actually come along with, protecting your assets. And so I want to educate more of these families about. Now, there's a big three scenarios right now what's going on here in the United States of America. And our mission right here is really just combat this. And then at the same time, get more families to build generational wealth. Get them to build wealth where they can pass it on through their estates, through their property, through their stocks, through their to their businesses. We all entrepreneurs over here, we're building a legacy. And so this is what we want to combat. We want to help more families with. It's actually a lot of families right now, they have zero protection on all the assets they own. But right now they're living in too much debt, right? No one's ever teach me what is good debt and what is bad debt. Number two scenario right now in the United States, right? They have no savings, but they make a lot of money. If I understand finances like you understand finances, right? It's not about how much money you make. It's actually how much money are you keeping? How much you're actually passing down? How much are you passing down to the next generation? The third scenario is actually they don't have a strategy. A lot of these families get into a home, a crisis was to happen, and all of a sudden the breadwinner passes away. You know, the grandma passes away. And they don't have a strategy, but now they're put in the bad predicament. Either they have to sell their home or they just, you know, can't make the payments anymore. So we want to help more families in this scenario. I'm gonna talk about wealth right now. Can I get an example right now? If I get your participation, what does wealth mean to you guys? If I can get a break, get a brave participant here.
Do we want to go online first?
Anybody want to go online?
Okay,
Anybody
okay.
want to?
Wealth is just having, I guess, enough money to cover your needs, and then wealth would be above that. So anything above, just taking care of bills and necessities.
Awesome. That's actually one of the best answers I heard, right? Wealth is actually created in different ways, right? It's either in your mindset. Wealth can be actually the relationships you have. Wealth can actually be in the relationship where you're giving to more people. I think as entrepreneurs, we actually have the ability to give more to people, but sometimes the good blessings come down and actually come back to us. And so wealth is really just a mindset. How do you carry yourself as a professional? You know, as a real estate professional, as a mortgage professional, as an insurance person, how are we helping more families out there? Right now, in the crisis of why financial independence is actually needed, right now we are in the consuming society rather than saving and investing society. People are renting more than they're owning. Some people are renting their lives right now. We want to get more families to own their lives, right? Right now, people are getting hit right now through debt, and also getting hit by the market. As released 2 weeks ago, the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, has hit 9.1%. So if you did not, increase your cash flow, your revenue by 1.1%, we are getting subject and getting beat up by the market. And so we want to help more families with that. We want to get more families more of that DTI to get qualified in the best home for themselves, right? Number one thing when you own property is actually building long-term savings and protecting your family for the future. That's how you build generational wealth. And actually, when you own a home, you should be having about 6 months of emergency funds. And so this is so important. Now I want to talk about the rule of 72, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it over to my business partner, Gloria. I'm going to introduce her. She's actually one of my business partners. She's a mompreneur.
I like that.
Sorry, I don't English pretty well. Just do the numbers. She's a grandmother and she's a powerhouse woman. So I want to turn it over to her.
Well, thank you, Josh, for that. So yes, a little bit about myself and how I got started in this business. My name, first of all, is Gregoria. I am a Spanish speaker, Guerrero Cárdenas. And my first profession was actually in education. So I was in education, taught actually from kindergarten all the way up to high school level, Spanish bilingual classes. And I was also a grade level principal for a few years, and I worked for Lone Star College. So actually my passion is teaching and educating people and helping people to learn, good things that are helpful. So this is one of those that we always want to share with people. How many of you have heard of the rule of 72 before? Excellent. But we find out as we do our presentations that not everybody knows about how that listening to actually works. And that can definitely be something that hurts them because, you know, why do people get in so much debt? They don't realize how those credit cards can just add up, right? So the Rule 72 says you divide it by percentage point, and that's how many years it's going to take for you to double that. And so we share with people, you know, 72 divided by 2%, if that's what your money is earning, then it doubles every 36 years. Most of us are probably, you know, that's going to be a long time. too long, right? If you've got something, another product there that's going to give you 4% or maybe 8%, now you're talking about, okay, that money's doubling a little faster. And that's exactly where we want to be. We share with individuals that we have options. We have options to help people get into these different products and actually make a little bit more money and savings. Okay. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead to the next page. So we're here.
Actually, I think you gotta do it manually.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Right. So the power of time. A lot of times, a lot of people say, you know, this all looks good and sounds good, but you know, I'm really busy right now. So let me, you know, I'll get back with you. Well, people don't realize, like person A, starting at the age of 30, and the principal invested in 25 years, $62,500, compared to the person B who's 40. You know, the difference there is 10 years. The age stopped investing because of when you stop, right? The total accumulation at age 65, 204,000 compared to 125,000. When you wait, that's going to make a huge difference. And so a lot of people are like, oh, wow, I hadn't really considered that. Hadn't thought about it. No, because a lot of people think right now, what am I doing? And, you know, what can I do right now? Okay. So reducing the impact of taxes. When saving, you need to be sure to consider the effect that the taxes have on your income. There's taxable, like what we have when we have our savings account, our money's there, our CDs. There's a tax deferred, which is your fixed annuities and your savings bonds. And then there's a tax advantage that maybe some of you or a lot of people don't know about. And these are cash accumulation and a life insurance policy. So this is maybe you've heard of an index universal life insurance policy. Yeah, some of you have. Excellent. Okay. So that's going to help you because you're able to grow that money. And then when you have that money grown, you can actually take it out and it's tax deferred. And how we conduct business. All right. So what we do as we're doing right now is educating. We'd love to be able to share the good news and share good information, again, that a lot of people may or may not know. And sometimes maybe just a little bit, it's like, oh, well, I knew that, but I didn't know that. So we will always discuss the concepts and gather data and information and find out exactly where that individual is and where they want to go. And so based on that information, we perform a financial needs analysis for each client. We're able to, you know, we actually consider ourselves kind of like the doctors of finance. You know, when you go see a doctor, you know, the doctor says, so what's going on? You know, how are you feeling? And how's this and how's that? And that's what we do. And we kind of have to get a little personal and asking, okay, so what about your debt? You know, and what about your savings? And is that the only thing that you have, right? So then we meet with the client to present the analysis and recommendations. And that's how we work. So we consider all of these different 6 items in when we're talking to individuals, because everything put together is what makes that individual. The cash flow, are they earning anything else? The debt management, can we help them maybe eliminate debt? Sometimes people are like, you know what, I hear you and it's all good, but you don't know my circumstance. I've got so much debt that I need to take care of that first. Well, we actually have a company that we work with called Debt America, and they help individuals in those situations. So again, we like to educate people and tell people, you know what, we understand you. And we've got somebody that we know that can help you. Emergency fund, as Josh had mentioned, you know, saving at least 3 to 6 months of income, preparing for the unexpected, we just don't know. The proper protection. Some people have, well, say, you know, I've got a term policy. I work with my company, I've got a term policy. A lot of people don't know that if they've got that policy, great, they've got some protection. But what if they leave? You know, in the last 2-3 years, with so many things going on, a lot of people just left, or they got laid off, or the company closed completely. Now they're back to, I have nothing. And they don't realize that. And so we say, you know what, it's good, but you really need to have something outside, something that's just with yours. Talking about building wealth and preserving wealth as well. So financial services needs a better business model, and we offer a little bit more the non-traditional model. The traditional model, we've got weaknesses and strengths, just like in the non-traditional model, but we aim to educate individuals and then help them help others reach their goals. Okay. So WGIA provides an opportunity to be part of the financial services industry. So when we do our presentation, we like to share and help people understand, but then we also talk about that opportunity. Sometimes people don't realize that there's another opportunity out there that may be something that they could get into on a part-time basis. And so this is what we'd like to share as well. So our platform offers a business ownership, excellent high quality field training programs, a high standard of professionalism, access to well-known products. As he shared with you, we partner with some of the best, well, actually only the best. They have to be A-rated companies, financial services. Otherwise, we won't really partner with them. An energetic, positive working environment, exciting growth potential. We are actually growing here in Houston, and we're always looking for individuals that say, you know what, yeah, maybe I could learn a little bit. Why not give it a try on a part-time basis? Why not? So how do you earn income with our company? So there's personal production, of course, as you go out and you speak to individuals or families. You make a sale, they buy a policy, or maybe there's a retirement plan we can help them with. There's an override production for the agents that you help develop. After talking with individuals, sitting down with them, some of them said, you know what, yeah, I guess I could earn, a little extra money. Why not? If it only is a few hours a week, then they come on board with us. So then you're going to get some residual incomes and off of them. You advance by developing your full potential, and just like everything, just like what you're doing, it depends on how much time you put into it and the knowledge that you gain in order for you to move ahead. We really work hard at doing our best to do the best for our clients, nothing less. And your earning potential. So you're saying, okay, sounds good. Well, what are we talking about? Where are the numbers, right? So here are some numbers. I don't go into detail too much, but know that where other companies maybe, and we talked about this, we actually just came back from convention in Las Vegas. Any of you been to Las Vegas? Yeah. Have you been to the MGM? Yeah. Oh, you've heard of the MGM? Well, we sold out in one day. Oh, yes. And we actually had an extra section where they were doing virtual. That's how many agents we have. And we have individuals from Canada also. But yeah, it's just totally unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. The amount of money that you can make at this company, working on a part-time basis. That's how everybody gets started, on a part-time basis. Why not? So helping 4 families a month. And when they're saving about 185, 200, 250, depending on what they can afford, what they say, yeah, I can do that. That's good for me. You can make an extra about $3,000, $4,000. So really, it doesn't sound bad at all. Why not? Why not give it a try? And we've got our senior marketing directors where we're going, and our trainer is from California, where he came from, where Josh came from, and he's an executive vice chairman, and he's making well into the millions. He's been 15 years, I think. He's not even 40 years old. David Lynn, and so you definitely can make it. But timing is everything, Now is the perfect time to consider World Financial Group. In difficult economic times, there's a greater demand for financial education and guidance. A lot of people really need to learn, how does money work, and where am I? Where do I want to go? But where am I now? And I need a financial professional, somebody who really knows the lingo. Increase motivation to plan for a better financial future. I was just talking to a cousin of mine in Ohio. Here's another thing. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you are. I was talking to her a couple nights ago, and she said, yeah, I did get that life insurance policy. I said, where did you get it from? I don't know. I called somebody. I said, well, how much are you paying? She said, well, I know it's like $250,000 and I'm paying like $78. I said, oh, okay, that's a term policy. Well, what's a term policy? What are you talking about? And I told her, term is like when you rent a house. Is that going to be yours? Is that asset yours? No, it's going to be gone, right? The same thing. She says, oh no, we need to talk. I need the other protection, I said, yes, ma'am, yes, you do. So we've got an appointment set up. Essential values. The strength of a business begins with strength of character. When we're looking for individuals, we actually have to do a little background check on the individual, because of course you have to go through some training, and you have to be licensed in order to do what we do. We are highly regulated in the industry. So is it right for you? Again, as I said, you can start on a part-time basis. Those are individuals that say, hey, why not? let me learn a little bit more. What exactly do I have to do? And like I said, when you're working with us on a part-time basis, it is not something that is going to, you're going to be spending a lot of money. Like when you open an office or you've got employees, then you've got to deal with overhead and all that on a part-time basis with us. And we do a lot of Zooms. Now we're doing a lot of Zooms. So something to think about. So again, if we go back to where we started, where Josh said, hey, so consider these questions. Do you know someone who should hear this message? I'm sure in your mind, maybe you're thinking, you know what? I need to tell my aunt, or I need to tell my cousin. I don't know, maybe another coworker. And number two, can this information help you and your family, your friends financially? Is that something that's going to help everyone? And are you interested in building a financial services business? So I think that's about where we're at. There is a need. And so the next steps would be to consider the reasons you may want to become an agent and discuss them with a partner or a family member. In the next 1 or 2 days, you can meet with one of us. You can do virtual. I was actually in Seattle, and my cousin is in Vancouver, Washington, and we did a Zoom with her, and she came on board. She said, you know what, I'm just working right now at Star Furniture, and it's a lot of money, a lot of hours I'm putting in, and why not, you know? So definitely give it a try, and that is at the end. Yeah, go ahead. Josh is going to come back.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Well, give a round of applause for Gregoria. Offer this to you guys, and this is a special, I guess a special thank you for us coming out. I want to offer this for your existing clients and our existing clients. I'm doing free financial reviews for the month of July until August. You know, I don't know if any of you guys clients ever sat down with a financial professional, or there's a way that we can help them, you know, or existing clients, or you know what, I want to get into the home. I think when you know, a lot of families, when they first purchase a home, they say, hey, I need to talk to my financial advisor first. Well, we're offering the service for free, complimentary for your clients. So from July to August, and I just want to extend that offer to you guys, and just really want to just help educate these families. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put up my business card on the screen, and it will just reflect also on the screen as well. There we go. All right, yes, does it reflect over here?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So if you guys just scan that code real quick, you guys connect with me. We'll connect and we'll help your family, you know. So free financial review for you guys. I think it's just so awesome. I think when you sit down with most advisors, right, they're saying, hey, does Mr. and Mr. Client have $250,000 liquid in their account? And so sometimes that's not the case. I think I firmly believe in serving our middle class. I think middle class is way smaller than the 5%. I want to focus on our mass majority of our people and lessen that gap of that financial literacy, and just really just combat, you know, just not being educated. I think, you know, all our friends and our families can get more educated. So I just want to say thank you so much for letting me take 30 minutes of your lunch break. Right now it's 1 o'clock, so we made it right on time, guys. And so thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry you guys didn't get pizza, but pizza over here, and we can go kind of roll into questions and answers.
What does your financial, you said you do a financial review?
Mhm.
What does that include or entail?
Okay, so I would say there's 6 things. I mean, I'll say it's 3 things. Number 1 is seeing where you at, where you're at right now.
The
What are,
finances?
yeah, finances or your goals. Where do you want to get at? And then number 3 is that we're going to work with you through that plan. And so that's the 3 things we entail. Now, it can go deal with it a little bit more deeper. I think we are more of the financial doctor where it's like, or say a financial, I would say coach or your training coach. What are the goals and what are you trying to achieve? I think my advisory for someone else, it's not about what I know, it's what can I get them to know, and what can I get them to move from one place of one to point B. So transformation, that's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Financial transformation.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome.
So I was put it in words
Okay.
to answer your question.
Yes.
Awesome. We have any questions online? Got I don't know how many participants. All right.
Oh, look like, is there a question on that?
Oh, actually,
Thanks.
okay, thank you, JJ, for the information. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just go ahead and scan that card on the screen. We're able, I definitely would love to connect with you, JJ. Any more questions?
I could just add in again that if there's any families that you help that are Spanish speaking, so I can help with that and with interpreting.
Absolutely. All right, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mike, for letting us come in.
My pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the good information.
Oh, wait, we
Was
have a
there
question.
somebody-
We have a question.
Okay, okay.
It says, I'd like to get more information on joining you guys or how exactly that could work if I refer people to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So the referral fees, actually, there's a way, you get the professional license through the state of Texas. I am allowed to, by our brokership, to actually split the deal 50-50. So nothing crazy like kickbacks and I forgot what you guys call it, stuff like that. Nothing crazy like that. So I run our firm almost like a family. And so you bring the family to us and we deliver. You're able to let me do the heavy lifting and you get compensated at the same time. That sounds freaking awesome. So hope to answer your question. I would like to get more information. Okay. Awesome, JJ. So
you think they should, if she scans, Lucia, should she just call you or reach out to you?
yeah. If she scans, it'll go to our database. We'll go ahead and we'll connect with you personally. And then we can just connect, we'll strategize. I think we're all strategists. We're a financial strategist. You guys are the real estate advisors. And so I'm so happy to create that partnership with you guys. I think something electrifying is going to come down in Houston. So
Something real quick I wanted to add as well is when you're finishing up that client, they've got their house and they're all happy and everybody's happy. Maybe you ask, once you get to know them a little bit and you're asking them, you've got your house is 300,000, 400,000, whatever. You want to make sure that you have some good protection. You've got your life insurance, right? And say, because what would happen? And I have to share a little sad story. What would happen if you or your spouse no longer lives? And the story I have to share is that right after Easter, 3 months ago, my niece lost her husband, and then left her, and they had only been in the house 2 years. They left her with 3 girls. And she's been working at home, and she started working at the school now that the girls are in school because she has twin girls and a little older. So yeah, what's going to happen? I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Things happen all the time. And so this is some protection that you need to make sure that you have in place. We always want to say that you want to make sure you have something and not need it versus need it and then you don't have it. And you say, oh man, I really should have got something. So we live in a world, we don't know when our last day is going to be, and lots of different things can happen. And so we're here to help you.
absolutely. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
For you guys' time. So let's go ahead and log off.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll talk. So look,
Oh, what? No. Oh, no.
Shay
They
got
got
a
a
message.
message.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. That was some awesome information from Joshua and World Financial Group, along with Gregoria. We appreciate you guys for coming out. But while I still have you on, I just want to keep you informed about what we have going on for the rest of the week. Tonight, we do have study hall for all of our affiliates or people that are taking their real estate exam. We're gonna help them pass that test. So come out. Tell somebody you know that's getting their license that Brooks and Davis wants to help them pass. And Saturday, we have our pre-home buyer session. That'll be this Saturday, 11 a.m. This goes right along with, getting your clients financially educated, getting them prepared to buy a house. We can do that for them. Send people you know. We want to help as many people get in houses as possible. We do this once a month. This Saturday, July 5th, bring someone, tell someone. And then Sunday, we have the 2022 family reunion, also at 11 a.m. And we look forward to seeing you all there. It's at El Franco Lee Park, that is on the south side of Houston. We're gonna have food, drinks, games, all the fun stuff. Can't wait to see you guys there. Thank you again for joining. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah. Well, it just depends on the person. Right? Sometimes they feel like
I have
they
big
see,
vision.
he's a doctor.
Right.
He's a real estate agent. Oh, that's all he knows. So,
Right.
like when we got
Yeah.
the same thing with us.
Yeah,
We're
so I have
talking
agents.
to and we ask them, what are your dreams?
Right.
Oh, well, I want to buy a house. Okay, well, maybe something.
Trying to get my
Yeah,
family.
real estate.
Right.
It was like fun.
Yeah.
This is the hub.
Yeah,
really.
because,
I think it's like the south. Someone told me it's the south.
Like you say, it's
This is
just.
like the south.
Shay, go ahead and end this meeting.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, and it really doesn't matter what
Well,
profession
good,
you're
man.
in.
Yeah, we'll definitely come in. I got your information. Chris, we
Yes.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. I really
I'd like to also talk to you.
Oh, yeah?
I'm an insurance agent. I wanted to actually get out and, meet with different real estate brokers, mortgage companies to see, if I can be any assistance to y'all's customers. Whenever y'all do so, we're an independent agency, so we represent about 48 property and casualty companies.
Okay. Well, Shay, if she could set up something like this for you as well, you can come talk to the agents, let them know what you offer. And
I actually knew her from Make America. She was like, you
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out where we knew each other from. And then she said, I told her I live in Maryland. And she's like, oh, did you make it? She's like, that's from you make America. And I was like, that's what I knew you from. How long have you guys been over here?